Shalom. My name is MOREH ISHIYAH YISRAEL from the House of Israel in Cincinnati, Ohio, 2330 Kemper Lane, bringing to you in 40 minutes or less. In 40 minutes or less, I will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt the word of Yahweh. Who is this Yahweh? Yahweh is the creator of the heaven, the earth, the sea, and all that is therein. Yahweh is the Elohim of our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Yisrael, whom you may know as Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yahweh is our judge. Yahweh is our lawgiver. Yahweh is our king, who will save us. Shalom. In today's program of 40 minutes or less, we will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that Yahweh, according to the scriptures, have 7 different years that will make up the calendar of Yahweh. Each year is unique. Each year begins on a different day. And we will deal with these 7 different years. These years are called the Sabbath years of Yahweh. We're going to start our reading in the book of Exodus, the 23rd chapter. And this is what it says. In Exodus, the 23rd chapter, we're going to begin reading at the 10th verse. And watch what it says. 6 years thou shalt sow thy land, and shalt gather in the fruits thereof. But the 7th year thou shalt let it rest and lie still, that the poor of thy people may eat, and what they leave the beasts of the field shall eat. In like manner thou shalt deal with thy vineyard and with thy olive yard. And like I said, each year begins on a different day of the week. This is the only calendar that Yahweh will give his people. 6 days thou shalt do thy work, and on the 7th day thou shalt rest, that thy ox and thy ass may rest, and the son of thy handmaid and the stranger may be refreshed. 7 years. It also lets us know in the book of Leviticus, the 25th chapter. And this is what it says in the book of Leviticus, the 25th chapter. In the very first verse. And Yahweh spake unto Moshe in Mount Sinai, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when ye come into the land which I give you, then shall the land keep a Sabbath unto Yahweh. 6 years thou shalt sow thy field, 6 years thou shalt prune thy vineyard, and gather in the fruit thereof. But in the 7th year shall be a Sabbath of rest unto the land, a Sabbath for Yahweh. Thou shalt neither sow thy field, nor prune thy vineyard. That which groweth of his own accord of thy harvest, thou shalt not reap, neither gather the grapes of thy vine undressed. For it is a year of rest unto the land. And the Sabbath of the land shall be meat for you, for thee, for thy servant, for thy maid, for thy hired servant, and for the stranger that sojourneth with thee, and for thy cattle, and for the beasts that are in thy land. Shall all the increase thereof be meat. And thou shalt number 7 Sabbaths of years unto thee, 7 times 7 years. And in the space of the 7 Sabbaths of years shall be unto thee 49 years. Then thou shalt cause the trumpet of Jubilee to sound on the 10th day of the 7th month. In the day of atonement shall ye make the trumpet sound throughout all your land. And ye shall hallow the 50th year. and proclaim liberty throughout all the land unto all the inhabitants thereof. It shall be a jubilee unto you, and ye shall return every man unto his possession, and ye shall return every man unto his family. So as you can see how important this Sabbath of years is, because this is a Sabbath of the rest of the land. But once you get to the 49th year and to the 50th year, you will see that this is when every man will return to his family and to his own possession. This is Yahweh's calendar, his 7 Sabbaths of years. You also find in the book of Deuteronomy, the 31st chapter, and this is what it says, because there are several things we are to do in the 7th year, but then there's things we're to do in the other years. In the book of Deuteronomy, the 31st chapter, and this is what it says, and we're going to begin reading at the 9th verse. And Moshe wrote this law, delivered it unto the priests, the sons of Levi, which bear the ark of the covenant of Yahweh, and unto all the elders of Israel. And Moshe commanded them, saying, at the end of every 7 years, in the solemnity of the year of release, in the Feast of Tabernacles, when all Israel is come to appear before Yahweh thy Elohim, in a place which he shall choose, thou shalt read this law before all Israel in their hearing. And this happened every 7 years. And not only that, in the book of Deuteronomy, the 15th chapter. And this is the fourth, I'm giving you 7 witnesses. This is the 4th witness to the fact, to the truth, that all Yahweh had was 7 different years. And many of the calendars that we have today are nothing like the calendars of Yahweh. In the book of Deuteronomy, the 15th chapter, the very first verse, at the end of every 7 years, thou shalt make a release. And this is the manner of the release. Every creditor that lendeth out unto his neighbor shall release it. He shall not exact of it of his neighbor or his brother, because it is called Yahweh's release. And this is a law that all our people should begin to learn and understand. Furthermore, this is what Yahweh said had to be done in the 3rd year. In the book of Deuteronomy, the 26th chapter, which is the 5th witness. Deuteronomy 26, and this is what it says, starting at the 12th verse. And it says, when thou hast made an end of tithing all the tithes of thy increase, the 3rd year, which is the year of tithing, it has given it unto the Levite, the stranger, the fatherless, the widow, that they may eat within thy gates and be filled. Then thou shalt say before Yahweh the Elohim, I brought away the hollow things out of my house, and also have given them unto the Levite, and to the stranger, to the fatherless, and to the widow, according to all thy commandments, which thou hast commanded me. I have not transgressed thy commandments, neither have I forgotten them. I have not eaten thereof in my mourning, neither have I taken away out thereof for any unclean use, nor given out thereof for the dead. But I have hearkened to the voice of Yahweh my Elohim, and have done according to all that thou hast commanded me. Because according to the law, we were to keep in our gates for the widow, the fatherless, the Levite and the stranger in our storehouses food for them, that they may come and eat and enjoy it. And this was in the 3rd year of Yahweh's Sabbaths of years. And what about the 6th witness? Going back to Leviticus, the 25th chapter, this is what Yahweh said that we were to do in the 6th year, or not what we should do, but what he would do in the 6th year of his Sabbaths of years, because it's only 7 different years in Yahweh's calendar. And all these 7 years are incorporated in this calendar. And we're to count 7 Sabbaths of years. In the book of Leviticus 25, starting at the 20th verse, and if you shall say, what shall we eat the 7th year? Behold, we shall not sow nor gather in our increase. Then I will command my blessing upon you in the 6th year, and it shall bring forth fruit for 3 years. And ye shall sow the 8th year. Eat yet of the old fruit unto the 9th year. Until her fruits come in, ye shall eat of the old store. So as you can see, we always knew our 6th year, because Yahweh will command his blessing in the 6th year, where we will bring forth fruit for 3 years. This is what Yahweh will do. And the last scripture, the 7th scripture, is in the book of Leviticus, the 19th chapter. And this is what Yahweh said, so that we can even know our years. In the book of Leviticus, the 19th chapter, we will start reading at the 23rd verse. And when ye shall come into the land, and shall have planted all manner of trees for food, then ye shall count the fruit thereof as uncircumcised. 3 years shall it be as uncircumcised unto you. It shall not be eaten of. But in the 4th year, all the fruit thereof shall be holy to praise Yahweh withal. And in the 5th year, ye shall eat of the fruit thereof, that it may yield unto you the increase thereof. I am Yahweh your Elohim. And this letting us know that there is a 4th year. And in this 4th year, you're to praise Yahweh. And in this 5th year, that Yahweh will yield unto you his increase. Yahweh Sabbaths of years. And until our next program, Yahweh love you, and so do I. Shalom.